Our NFL insider Jonathan Jones joins us. JJ, we've been talking the last few minutes or so about how exactly we word this, right? Because it's not an extension. He had 3 years on his deal, but it's a new deal, and it is a raise, and there are more guarantees. So you get into the nitty-gritty of this. What exactly is it that Donald is signing?
Yeah, we're still trying to figure out all of the particulars, but I can give you the broad strokes here. So Aaron Donald was scheduled to make about $55 million over the last 3 years of his deal. You remember several years ago, he signed the record-breaking deal, a 6-year deal that made him the highest-paid non-quarterback in NFL history. Well, now he is the highest-paid non-quarterback in NFL history. Yet again, very rare for someone to do that twice in their careers. And so that previous contract was scheduled to pay him in 2022, 23, and 24, $55 million. He now gets a new contract that over those same years can pay him up to $95 million. And really, it would pay him $65 million in 2022 and 2023. And then Aaron Donald can decide at the ripe age of 33 if he wants to retire or not. And if he does retire, the Rams would obviously owe some dead cap there and some dead money, but that would be that. If he does decide to play again in 2024, he would make $30 million for that season. And so what I'm trying to figure out right now is the voidable years, or very likely are some void years that have been tacked on to the end of this contract to make the financials work. But for all intents and purposes, every fan just needs to know that the Rams, as they normally do, don't really care that much about the salary cap. They are going to take care of their blue chip players, and it doesn't really get any more bluer chipped, if you will, than Aaron Donald, by far the best defensive player in the NFL.
It worked for them last season. They look to make it work again this season with the majority of their team back. Aaron Donald signing a new 3-year deal, going from a total of $55 million to $95 million now. JJ, from what you have been hearing, is this what needed to happen for Aaron Donald to come back and play in the NFL again? Was he really considering stepping away?
There was a very serious consideration to that, Chris. You know, and what I know Aaron Donald believed was a private, sort of off-the-record moment with the broadcast crew heading into the Super Bowl. He had said that he was mulling retirement, and the thought of retirement, certainly after winning the Super Bowl, was very real. However, there was some thought within the Los Angeles Rams organization that, okay, can we get him back if we pay him more money? And so I don't want to necessarily say that it was all about money. I don't think it was that. But hey, you know, the emotions are high after having just played the longest season in NFL history, having just capped off an incredible season, having just won for the first time a Super Bowl ring for Aaron Donald. And so, you know, cooler heads needed to prevail. They needed to have a bit of a vacation. You know, teammates had to encourage him to run it back, as so many did at that parade there in Southern California after they won the Super Bowl. And so, yes, once all that had taken place, Les Snead and his brain trust there with the Rams front office got to work on hammering out a deal with Todd France, Aaron Donald's representation, to once again make him the highest paid non-quarterback in NFL history. And again, there are going to be outs in this contract for Aaron Donald and the Rams. And so it certainly seems that it locks him into the Rams for at least the next 2 years, and then he would be able to say after the 2023 season, hey, I'm hanging him up, I'm done, and that's that. If he wants to go another year into 2024, that will be $30 million in that season, and then he would be able to hang him up. The Rams would not be able to tag him based on how the contract is laid out. And so I don't think that we're going to be hearing any retirement talk out of Aaron Donald, at least for the next 2 years, but very much mark your calendars. Once that 2023 season is up, we very well could be talking about that with Aaron Donald again.
Rams trying to do what no team has done since the Patriots in 2003 and 2004. That's win it back-to-back. And they've checked off a bunch of boxes here. Allen Robinson, Bobby Wagner, they brought both those guys in. Matthew Stafford got a huge extension and raise. Aaron Donald as well. Is there anything else that the Rams want to do before going into their title defense season?
Well, I think it's Cooper Kupp, and it's the guy who just had the most incredible season for a wide receiver in NFL history, and that's not a hyperbole. when you look at what he was able to do last year, winning the Triple Crown, how he got better in each postseason game. And frankly, Cooper Kupp and his representation have been straight up with the Rams. Hey, we obviously want to get paid, but fair market value coming off that season, Cooper Kupp seems to be content with not necessarily breaking the bank in relative terms, of course. And so we would have to look for him to get that deal done. He doesn't strike me as the jealous type, and so I don't know that getting the Aaron Donald deal done is going to mean that Cooper Kupp is marching into the Rams headquarters saying, hey, how about me now? I think he and his representation fully understand that is going to happen and is going to come very soon for them. How soon, whether it's before the start of minicamp tomorrow or if it's next week or before training camp, to be determined on that. But he will be getting paid by the LA Rams, and as they continue their title defense, it is a very, very strong team. And then listen, Jalen Ramsey's out there looking at all these corners that got paid over this past offseason. I think Jalen is 1 year away from having his contract ripped up and being the highest paid cornerback in NFL history yet again. But I would anticipate that would happen next offseason, maybe 365 days from now. But right now, priority number one for the Rams, having gotten Aaron Donald done, is certainly getting Cooper Kupp completed.
The LA Rams bringing Aaron Donald back for another record-setting price, the most for a non-quarterback in the NFL at over $31 million per season. Our Jonathan Jones reporting that this afternoon. $31.6 million for Aaron Donald over the next 3 seasons. He was under contract for the next 3 seasons, but that deal was worth $55 million. They're ripping that up and signing a new $95 million deal, a $40 million raise over the next 3 seasons for the best defensive player and maybe the best overall player the game has seen in a while.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.